Hi guys, my name's Jeff Gamble. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana, and I'm super excited to actually start working with Suz Thao. We've actually been friends for many years, and I recently was able to share with her something I was working on, and she actually did her research and said, yes, this makes sense, and we recently have started a program working together. And we need a huge favor from you. We actually want to tell you about what we're doing, so if you run across the right person, you have the ability to refer them to us. And the subject matter we're going to talk about is credit repair. The reason why I'm so excited about this, and the reason why it made so much sense to me, is I financially screwed up bad growing up. I made about every mistake you could possibly make. I started in college, and soon after, I got married at 19. I then came home on Christmas break and told my mom, who's a school teacher, and my dad, who's a college professor, that I was going to quit school and I was going to start my own business. And needless to say, my parents were upset. They were pissed. But I decided to do it anyway. I thought, wow, this is a great opportunity. Why not now? And I ran off and started my business. Unfortunately, a few months later that spring, I got sick, real sick. Went to the doctor, sent me to another doctor, sent me to a specialist, and I found out I had cancer. I spent the next year in a hospital. 2 surgeries, chemotherapy, lost all my hair, lost a bunch of weight, was not good, but I made it. I was alive. I was happy to be alive. After that, I was like, now what? I got all the medical bills, almost $200,000 worth of medical bills. And I was like, how do I get out of this? So I had been watching a lot of late night TV, and at that time, there was real estate people on TV talking about buying property. So I went and started a real estate investment company, started buying and selling and flipping properties here in Indianapolis, and it actually worked well. I was very successful at it. In 36 months, I was actually able to buy and sell and rent out over 18 homes in that 36-month time frame. I also started a traditional real estate company and recruited a bunch of realtors. We were making great money. I thought everything was going to work out. I was able to get a new car. I was able to get a new house, 4 bedrooms, 3,000 square feet total, corner lot, had a white fence, like dream house, right? Perfect area. And then all of a sudden 2007 and 8 happened. And in a period of 6 months, we went from making amazing money to having no money at all. I found myself living on my friend's couch. I lost the house. My cars were repossessed. All the money was gone. The bank accounts were negative. And my phone was just ringing and ringing and ringing with collectors. I eventually had to go in front of an attorney, and the attorney added everything up. And I owed close to $3 million. And I was like, okay, now what? He's like, well, you have 3 choices. Number 1, you can get on a plane and fly somewhere we can't find you. And that sounded like a really good idea, but I didn't do that. Number 2, he said, you're going to have to file bankruptcy. Oh, I'm sorry. Before he told me bankruptcy, he said, maybe you can win the lottery. Maybe you have a rich relative, and I didn't. He said, number 3, you're going to have to file bankruptcy. So that's unfortunately what I had to do. I had to file Chapter 7, which meant I wiped everything out. And now I have no money, nowhere to live, no car, and bad credit. I was like, now what? You know, how could things get, crazier? But I decided to fight my way out. I ended up reading the Fair Credit Reporting Act of 1971. I ended up reading a book called Life After Bankruptcy. I ended up reading another book on credit repair. And I started working on my credit, and I put together a plan, and it took me about 7 months to put together a plan, but I wrote letters to the credit bureaus. I pulled my credit to know what was on it. I put a plan together. I got out of the system of the information selling my credit, and my credit score coming out of the bankruptcy was like 400, 400, and then 500, just over 500. And 7 months later, because of this system I developed, I got my credit scores to 691, 705, and 729. 7 months after that $3 million bankruptcy. So I had figured it out. I started teaching people about it, how to do it, what to do, those 6 steps. I put together another video that goes over them, and I use them. But the problem is I had knowledge that other people didn't have. I had the time to write all the letters and understand the legal part. And I also had friends of mine that were attorneys kind of coaching me on how to do all this. And I realized everybody doesn't have that. I went on to build a company that actually Susan was involved in with me, and we made great money and we had a good time. Unfortunately, that company got bought out, and I got out of that company and went a different direction, but I always stayed in touch with Susan and some of the friends I had made. And in 2017, or I'm sorry, yeah, December of 2017, friends of mine brought me another company. And they said, Jeff, you know about real estate. And I do. And then you know about credit. And I do. And he's like, and you know about team building. I said, yeah. They said, there's a company out of Michigan that's looking to expand throughout the country, and they're looking for good people to work with. Would you do us a favor and look? And I said, sure. So my friends James and my friend Jeff explained to me that this company had started in 2004 doing credit repair. They're out of Farmington Hills, Michigan, which is a suburb of Detroit, and the 2 owners, Mike and Paramel, started putting together this credit repair program, and they were doing very well. For the first 10 years they did traditional advertising, but 4 years ago they decided to expand out and start doing outside salespeople and actually direct sales. So they started recruiting a sales team to open offices and look for people all over the country to help them expand what they do and sell their product. And they expanded their credit repair, just not to credit repair, but to a whole list of services, including credit repair. That's number 1. Number 2, a credit builder program showing you how to establish credit and increase your limits. 3, credit attorneys. The attorneys help out with like payment plans in case you're being harassed. 4, a program called Smart Credit. Smart Credit is like Credit Karma, where you have all 3 bureaus, all 3 scores, and instant updates on your phone. You can get an app for it. LifeLock. LifeLock, obviously, the number 1 identity theft program sold in America. Debt Zero is number 6. The 6th service they have, that teaches you how to get out of debt. It's like a spreadsheet showing you the best way to pay things off. 7 is something called My Care Plan. It provides a living will and a trust to put all your financials in order, in case. The 8th service is Financial Lockbox. That's a file in cyberspace with a passcode, and a beneficiary, somebody that you trust, could also have this passcode, and you're able to put all of your important documents into one place, so in case something would happen, a fire, you'd move, you'd get robbed, something terrible would happen, somebody could press a button and you could get all of your documentation. We're talking about your social, your birth certificate, all of your financials, all your insurance, all your doctor paperwork, your medication, everything. You can have it in one spot. The other services like a website to save money, another service that's a website for travel and special deals on places to stay and cruises and things like that. And then last is a discount on prescription medication. All of that was wrapped into one price, their protection plan membership, which was $89 a month. So when I looked at that, I thought, wow, that's actually less expensive than some people's just credit repair, and you get all the other services included. Now, there was a one-time $99 sign-up fee. So for a customer, it costs $188 to get started in the program. It takes approximately 40 to 45 days to see results back with credit repair. I didn't believe it or trust them at first, so I actually signed up in December just to see how it would work. Filled out everything they asked me to online. It pulled my credit. It found 3 potentially negative items. It sent me a packet in the mail for all 3 credit bureaus. I took out each packet. I signed each one of them. And then what I did is I mailed them into the 3 credit bureaus. That was the end of December or mid-December. The end of January, I got an alert, an email on my phone that said my credit score had actually been raised 41 points, and they actually had removed 2 of the items off my credit report already. at that point I was like, wow, this actually works. This is something that I know we can market. I know we can help people. So my friend James and Jeff actually shared with me that there's basically three kinds of people that the company is looking for outside of customers. One is they're looking for people to sell this membership to people who need credit help. So they're looking for salespeople, part-time, spare time, across the country, all the United States, Hawaii, the Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico right now has a lot of problems, so once they get, food, water, electricity solved, it'll be in Puerto Rico. But all across the country, all 50 states, no license, no test. You just basically sign up to become an agent of the company, and you have the ability to sell these products. Now, here's how the pay works. You get paid $100 for every person you sign up for credit repair, and the week closes on Saturday, and it's by direct deposit by Thursday. So you can literally get paid every week. If you sell one person a week, you get paid every week. There's no chargebacks. This is upfront commission, real money. Also, you get paid $12 every time somebody makes their payment. So if they make their $89 payment, you get $12 every single month. If they're in it for 3 months, 6 months, 10 months, however long they need it. Now, when they don't need it anymore, they just call up and cancel. Email the company, I'm done, I'm out, I got where I needed to go. That's for customers. The second type of client we're looking for is companies, real estate companies, mortgage companies, banks, financial institutions. We can work with bankruptcy attorneys. We can work with financial planners. I'm working with a couple of those. And the company itself can sign up. That all goes through corporate. You just kind of set it up, talk to them. The third type of person we're looking for is the one I'm most excited about, and that's somebody who's willing to help us expand the company, build a team of people. If you know other people who are looking for work, if you know other people who need to get their credit done but probably would like to make money referring, there's a compensation that will pay you between $40 per person all the way up to $185 per person, and they have bonuses and residuals with it. If you want to know more about that, please get back with Susan. She can give you a better explanation. If she can't give you the explanation, she can get you on the phone with me, and we'll figure it all out, write it all down. So with that, guys, I just appreciate everybody for watching. Now you know what we do. Now you know how we do it. The company is FES, Financial Education Services. They've been in business since 2004, and they're expanding right now all across the country. So if you know of anybody who needs our service, or you know anybody who would like to work with us, please refer them back to Susan. I just appreciate everybody for watching. Hopefully we can help you out if you need it, and we'll talk to everybody real soon. Thank you so much.